Hello you wonderful people. For today's video I'm going to talk about the Japanese series Nisekoi. Like always, this isn't a review, it's just me talking about something that I really like that I recommend you check out for yourself. Nisekoi is a comedy romance series that follows Raku Ichijo, who seems like a normal high school student aside from the fact that he's the son of a Yakuza boss. Life becomes a little bit harder for Raku when a new transfer student arrives named Chitoge Kirasaki. The two initially heavily dislike one another, but they sort of mend fences when Chitoge helps Raku find this locket of his that he lost. Life becomes even harder for Raku when he finds out that Chitoge is actually the daughter of the leader of a gang known as Beehive. As a way of mediating peace between the two gangs, Raku's dad as well as Chitoge's dad comes up with the idea of putting Raku and Chitoge together in this fake relationship for 3 years. Can these two actually keep up this relationship without killing one another? Can Raku keep Kosaki Onodera, the girl he actually likes, from getting the wrong idea? Only time will tell. Another very important part to the plot is Raku's locket. It is something he got 10 years ago along with a promise from a girl that when they met up again, that she would use her key to unlock that locket and the two would get married. Only problem is Raku doesn't remember the girl's face, nor does he even remember her name. It's really interesting to see as the story progresses those two distinct storylines kind of develop as well. Something you might find interesting about this series is the title itself, Nisekoi. When you translate it into English, it literally means false love. Perfect title, right? One of the many things I like about this series is how Chitoge and Raku fake their relationship. Usually when they're around people like, people from their respective families as well as, people, fellow students at school, like how over the top and overly affectionate they act towards one another. And it's because of that over the top affection towards each other, it makes you wonder, how can most people not see that they're faking it? I love all these characters so much, I try not to pick a favorite, but if I did have to pick one, it'd probably have to be Shu. Shu is Raku's best friend. I mean, they've known each other since they were like probably in kindergarten. But what I really love about Shu is that he always puts Raku in these very awkward and very dangerous situations sometimes. A few times it's, just, for Raku's sake, it's to help out his friend. But most time it's usually just to satisfy this sick satisfaction he gets from putting Raku in these situations. For this video, I'm not going to talk too heavily about, the characters in this series, just because I want them to be a surprise that you get to experience for yourself because they're so good. I'd rather not sit here and tell you all the details about these characters. I want you to experience them for yourself. The romantic element in this series is one of its biggest charms because a lot of the characters are very awkward and get heavily nervous, and they're not very good at conveying their feelings to the person they like. And I guess it's because of that I can relate so much to it, and I guess that's why I like it so much. That is all true with the exception of one character. She's very aggressive and blunt about how she feels about Raku, except when Raku says something sweet or affectionate to her, she loses that sort of confident composure that she has. Now for me, when it comes to most romantic series, I know pretty early on who I'd like to see the main character with. It's like, I know this other character has feelings for the main character as well, but it's like, I still want him with such and such. But Nisekoi is one of those series I just don't know who I want to see Raku with. In the beginning, I had one particular person in mind. I'm not going to say who it was. But as the story has gone on, I've become more attached to the characters. I like them for their habits, their personality, as well as how they interact with Raku. And it's just, it becomes very hard for me to distinguish who I'd like to see Raku with. It's almost a nearly impossible choice in my opinion. The series is a manga, but it does have an anime adaptation to it as well. At the time of me recording this video, the manga is still ongoing and has so far accumulated 13 volumes. The anime has one season with 20 episodes. The anime covers a good chunk of the manga's plot, but not all of it. If you decide to watch the anime, I highly recommend that you pick up the manga afterwards because it's so well worth it. Because there's so much plot development and just you see the characters grow and you learn more about the character. And it's like, how can you not? But that's about it for this video. Don't forget to leave in the comments down below your recommendations of stuff you want me to talk about on my next video. But like always, till the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.
Nice job, loser.